All right, enough jaw jacking and lip smacking. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen over here because I'll share just about anything with you guys. Talking about that OnlyFans. So first of all, we need to talk a little bit about Apex Legends, which in my opinion is one of the best battle royales on the market. I don't know why I call it a market, because most of these battle royales are free to play. In fact, all of them actually. They make their money with their stores, getting skins and whatnot. But if you're a cheap fuck like myself, bleep that, a cheap F word, cheap, then it doesn't really matter because you can just play for free anyway. We're in season 10 now. We got a new character. I need somebody to drop in chat right now what rapper this reminds you of right here. I can't think of the name. He's a mumble rapper. He's real popular. He's on the radio a lot and whatnot. He wears a big, not a bucket hat, but a big, like, you know, a prospector's hat or something like that. He probably wears a lot of crop tops too, belly button out in the breeze, skies out, thighs out. I'm just being jealous. This guy's got a nice little six pack and the V cut. I haven't had that in years. Patch notes. What's going on here? First of all, you got a new legend. His name is Sear. And when I'm grilling, I like to get a nice sear on my meat on both sides. Now, Sear is described by Respawn as an ambush artist. I like the sound of that. His kit includes 3 abilities. Obviously, every single legend in Apex Legends has 3 abilities. His tactical, he summons in micro drones. So he's a lot like Crypto. He's a support character. He's going to basically give a lot of intel to your crew as to where enemies are and whatnot. So his tactical, he summons micro drones that emit a delayed blast that goes through walls, interrupting and revealing enemies. Now, I think you're right. I think it is Future. And by the way, I'm a Future fan. A lot of his songs, Mask Off, for example, super dope. The music video is dope. The young lady that he has in his motorized vehicle is a sweetheart. I can tell that she's a very kind woman. I would like to spend quality time getting to know her, that's for sure. Again, I think the girlfriend's in here. We gotta watch it, boys. Is each time that season drops, we technically get a new character. That's been historically the case from Respawn, which is great. They're really filling out the roster. Although it's funny because in my opinion, the best characters in Apex are still the starter legends. He summons micro drones. He's a lot like Crypto. His passive, when you're ADSing, aiming down sights, you're going to hear through your headphones and you're going to see the heartbeats of enemies only in the vicinity of what's on screen. So it's not like you're going to see everyone on all the enemies or anything like that. Now his ult is a sphere of micro drones that buzz around and whatnot and create a huge circle, a sphere, if you will, of drones that gives you a huge amount of situational awareness as to where enemies are. It gives the location of enemies that are either moving quickly or firing with their weapons. So they have to be actually shooting or moving full speed. Now, whether that's a sprint or if they just have to be actually moving full speed, because if you're playing on keyboard and mouse, there is no walk where you gently press the analog stick or anything like that. You can bind a key for walk, but generally you're just running full speed or sprinting. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out. Now, this is some interesting stuff here. They made changes to the maps. They decimated World's Edge. World's Edge has changed with new POIs or points of interest and revised returning ones. Climatizer replaces Refinery. Lava Siphon replaces Sorting Factory. Landslide replaces the Train Yard. We're going to be running a train on our enemies today. There's more lava. And gondolas have been added, so I'm assuming the gondolas is how you're going to transverse, that's a word, how you're going to get across these lava fields. You got a new weapon, and I heard this thing is an absolute McBanger. I cannot wait to gotcha, bitch. Get some motherfuckers with that thing. It's the Rampage Light Machine Gun, or LMG, a new gun with a surprising level of firepower. And again, one of the things I have to give Apex praise for, there's a lot of things I can say positive about Apex, but one of the things I really like about it, weapons are super well balanced in Apex Legends. They don't have all these issues, which we're going to cover when we talk about Warzone. They're constantly buffing and nerfing weapons and armor and stuff like that. Apex seems to, even when they launch a new weapon, it's not like people are like, oh my god, I died because that guy has the new Rampage LMG. Unfair. It's most likely because you didn't use the abilities of your legend and get the high ground and be able to maneuver around with the speed and quickness of movement, the agility that you're granted with Apex Legends. It is Titanfall at its core, basically. Yeah, there's not a big weapon balancing issue like Warzone. So anyway, new gun, ranked arenas. The popular arena mode has now has a ranked queue. So for you guys that are actually good, unlike myself, you can play in ranked arenas without getting torn a new rectum. Damn near killed him. The Season 10 Battle Pass is confirmed to include the following items. A Bloodhound skin. Yes. 7 Apex packs. I'll take them. Put them in my inventory. I'll open them on stream today. 11 weapon skins. I'll equip them. 4 load screens. Well, we all have to load, right? Even with an NVMe SSD, you got to stare at a load screen, so might as well have something sexy to look at. Season 10 win trackers. I don't get too many wins to track, but if I do, I'll be able to track them easier. 1 music pack. Hopefully it's DMCA free. 300 Apex coins. Now, much like yen, that's really not a whole lot. Just like you're like, I won the lottery, I got 50,000 yen, and you're like, cool, you can buy me a Whopper meal, and you'll be pretty much tapped out. And you get 1 season badge as well, so that is pretty sweet. You get some free stuff here, which is great. Free is awesome. Speaking of awesome, this song is, god damn it. So you get some new item sets for Seer. I don't understand how he's getting new item sets considering he was just introduced 4 days ago. You get Valkyrie and Horizon new item sets. Horizon is actually one of my favorite characters. I think her lift pad is awesome. Being able to go airborne and just rain down hell from above, it's very beneficial. Premium rewards. Rare sets for Bloodhounder, Gibraltar, Lifeline, and Pathfinder. Now coming down here, they did make some changes, some rebalancing and whatnot. So it's a BR, it's a first-person shooter. Obviously, they do need to balance things, but again, things never get way out of balance, OP or underpowered, like Warzone, so that's awesome. But Fuse, enemies caught inside the ring from Fuse's mother load are now revealed to Fuse's teammates. That is beneficial if you have a Fuse in your squad. Knuckle Cluster, not to be confused with Knuckle Duster, which is my name online, is a tactical explosion duration increased by 100%, so doubled. Grenadier passive can be toggled on and off to throw ordnance normally. That is super awesome. So what he does is he loads up his grenades, and instead of throwing them, he will shoot them from his wrist in kind of a hand cannon thing, right? But now you can throw them just naturally, organically, which I think is an awesome, awesome change. Very beneficial. And would have some applications where you don't want to shoot the damn grenade across the map. You just want to toss it into a room, close the door, and watch them burn. Bumped Horizon's gravity lift speed up to a happy medium between 9.1 and the legacy update. Revenant. There's now a visual and audio cue when the death totem protection is about to end, which can be seen and heard by other players. So that is incredibly beneficial, and that is a feature that I think should have been in the game since Revenant was introduced. In case you guys do not know, his death totem basically allows it to where when he dies, he spawns back at his totem pole. Now, players that you're fighting with, you're engaged in a firefight with, will know, hey, you hear that sound? Revenant's about to be off his totem. So if we kill this motherfucker, he's dead. He's out of the fight. And then they can focus on mopping up your 2 teammates. I think that is very beneficial. It should be like that because it almost was OP, that ability, Death Totem. So that is awesome. Added a brief slow after being recalled to Death Totem. So I don't understand what that means. Does that mean you have an actual nerf or hindrance, a handicap to your movement after you respawn from your totem? If that's the case, that sucks. Now, I don't play Revenant very often, but I do have a couple buddies that do. And that is frustrating. Caustic, old Stinky McGee. His gas damage starts at 5, increasing by 1 every other tick indefinitely. So it starts at 5 damage per second, and then will go up every second that people are sitting in your gas. Cooldown on the tactical is lowered from 25 to 20, and the ultimate cooldown has reduced from 3.5 minutes to 3 minutes, and duration reduced from 20 seconds to 15 seconds. So what this means here is you get his cooldown more often by a half a minute, but it lasts less long. So it'll burn out quickly, but you can call it in again quicker. A lot to talk about with Apex Legends. Do you guys play Apex Legends, and do you think these changes are actually beneficial, or do they suck a fat meat?